I'm gonna get my Bible tapes if I need it.
Well, I've only ever talked to kids at camp like this, so you guys just bear with me if I start talking to you like you're a bunch of fifth graders. My idea, or kind of thought, is what drives us to our knees. And do we go there in desperation, or is it just kind of like you're in a fetal position, or is it to pray? So you guys can turn to Mark chapter 1, your Bibles, verses 39 to 42. Out louder. Okay.
I put a mic there?
Yeah. Wow.
I said it's the first time she's ever had to say that.
He is.
She said
You
give
won't
me a hug.
get no food. That's what
You don't get to eat, she said.
Alright, so we start here in Mark chapter 1, verses 39 and 42. And he preached in their synagogues throughout all Galilee and cast out devils. And there came a leper to him, beseeching him and kneeling down to him, and saying unto him, If thou wilt, thou can make me clean. And Jesus, moved in compassion, put forth his hand and touched him, and said unto him, I will, be thou clean. So two things you see with this leper is his honesty and desperation. He doesn't try to hide who he is, the fact that he's a leper, and here he is, he's in the middle of a synagogue. He's probably wouldn't have even been welcome there, but he comes there, and he's desperate. So and then you see he's kneeling and beseeching Jesus. He's out in the middle of everybody, and doesn't care. He just knows Jesus is the only one who can help him. So you see him very publicly kneeling and asking for help. And you see his prayer is answered. So if we prayed and got what we wanted, what we asked for, what would the world look like? How many more people would be saved? Would our relationships with other people be restored? Would people be healed? Would our financial problems be resolved? What would our communities look like? What would our nation look like if we got what we prayed for? And are we willing to get to our knees and ask, like the leper? Publicly even? So I'm a jiu-jitsu kids coach, and if you sat in on one of our classes, you could probably hear me saying something like, get to your knees with a kid. Sometimes they get swept or they get knocked down, and you're like, just get to your knees. Don't try to stand all the way up, otherwise you're going to get knocked back down, the person can speak back down immediately. Just get to your knees. It's safer. They can get their base and they can be all right there. So, our spiritual needs are safer. Now, I know it may sound kind of counterintuitive, and you're like, oh, you're supposed to stand in your faith. But it's really hard to get knocked over when you're on your knees.
Amen. That's right.
Are we allowing petty things to get us down? Little things that have real to no bearing on the future? Do we get mad about something, road rage, so to speak? Like, what drives us there? We gotta have something real. There are souls out here in America, and I've found even at kids camp, kids who have never even held a Bible. Those are the kind of things that happen even in America.
Yes.
Let alone happening in third world countries. Those should be the things that we are concerning ourselves with. Let's not be so focused on ourselves that we forget our mission to spread the gospel. Some other examples of people kneeling in the Bible. You find Daniel in chapter 6. He knelt 3 times a day to pray. Jesus kneeled in the garden in Luke chapter 22. And Solomon, the wisest man ever, knelt before all of Israel to pray in 1 Kings 8. Kneeling is not just a physical position, though. It's a place of our heart. It's one of desperation. So let's not let the difficulties of this life get us down. Let's get to our knees. I found in my personal walk, giving things to God is a lot easier than dealing with it yourself.
That's right there.
So sometimes you have things that are worrying you, and going, why am I even dealing with this? Like I can fix it. This is beyond my control. So, 1 Peter 5, chapter 7 says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. So our God is a big God. And we have that song, our God is an awesome God. But we gotta act like it. He's big, he can handle all our burdens. Give him to him. And he cares about us. And we can rest easy knowing that he cares for us and he can take better care of things than we can. That's really all I have. Miss Becky, would you mind praying for us and bless the food?
Dear God, thank you for allowing us to hear what on Aurora's heart, dear Lord. Help us to practice these things, dear Lord. Help us to turn from wicked ways, ask forgiveness, and seek your face, dear Lord. We pray that you bless this food to the nourishment of our bodies. Thank you for all the hands that prepared it. We thank you for Emily and for her birthday and the celebration time that we have with her, dear Lord, to celebrate her 19th birthday. We thank you for her health and what she means and what she represents and how she spreads the gospel to others, dear Lord. Pray that you'll bless her throughout this next year and through her college life. We ask all these things in your name, in your precious name. Amen.
Amen.